Hi everyone, this is Amanda from the Quilting Bee, and we had a new sewer in yesterday. Very sweet girl, Michelle, if you see this, you were adorable. I had so much fun with you. But she asked a really good question that we sometimes forget. We were all beginners once, and it was as I was showing her one of our thank yous. You get a thank you every time you shop in the shop. You can get, one of the choices is a bobbin clamp. And she was asking what this thing does. So I was explaining, as you've got your bobbin and you've always got that loose thread, you can just put this around the clamp and it holds it. And she says, oh, she said, is there a better way to wind my bobbin? Because I end up taking that tail thread, wrapping it around my fingers a few times, and then letting it go and do its thing. And I said, oh my gosh, stop. I said, let me show you. Because you're running the risk of creating a tourniquet on your finger if you're wrapping that thread around there a few times and then winding your bobbin. So we're going to show you the correct and safe non-tourniquet way to wind your bobbin. So if you need to wind your bobbin and your machine is already threaded, I don't know if all of you know this, you never want to just pull your thread from here at the spool and pull it back up through your machine. You want to just go ahead, snip your thread up here, maybe at the top. And then at your needle, pull that remnant thread back through. This is so nothing gets tangled up in your machine head where you can't fish it out. So depending on your machine, it wants you to maybe do some loop-de-loos. And that just sort of keeps everything in line. You're going to go ahead and thread through one of the bobbin holes. I'm gonna have to trim that. It's got a little thread booger on it, technical term. So you thread it through what you're gonna consider the top of your bobbin. Place that on your bobbin spool. Now, what Michelle was saying she was doing is she would wrap it around her finger a few times, but don't do that. We don't wanna hurt our fingers. I showed her, just go ahead, create a nice long tail so you can hold it, you don't want that tail to get caught back up in there. So sort of hold it up here. Okay, lightly between your fingers. You want it on top speed. Sometimes you have to pull your knob out, sometimes you don't. You'll have to read your machine for that. And you're going to let it wind a few times, so just goose your pedal. You're going to push your bobbin over before your machine screams at you. Then push your pedal a few times. And you can see it's got a few winds on that. Snip it. And then go ahead and wind your bobbin. And you don't have anything getting caught around your finger. And you can see my bobbin started to slow down as it was getting full. So you just pop it back. Some bobbin holders have a little thread breaking guide down here. I don't deal with that. I just do it my way and snip. So you can see you've got that loose thread. The bobbin clamp makes it so it won't unravel. So I can toss it in my jar. I have a jar of bobbins, but that's what I would recommend. Don't wrap it around your finger. Try that method. You can also reference your sewing machine manual. I wonder what mine says about bobbin winding. Yeah, they have me trying to guide it through the winder seat with a built-in cutter. I just don't do that. I'm so not good at reading my manual. But whatever you do, nowhere in your illustrations should it show wrapping the thread around your finger. So don't do that. Do my method, see what your machine manual says, but don't tourniquet your finger to wind your bobbin. Have a great day.